Welcome to Movie News and Chill, where we love movies and we love to chill. My name is Tyler, and today we are reviewing the newest DC movie, The Batman. The Batman is an action movie about a billionaire turned vigilante Bruce Wayne in his second year as a Cape Crusader, this time dealing with the corruption of Gotham City and facing a new adversary, the Riddler. Starring Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano, Jeffrey Wright, John Turturro, Colin Farrell, and Andy Serkis. Keep in mind, this is a non-spoiler review, alright? You don't have to worry about me spilling any tea, any plot points, character reveals, secret cameos, alright? This is a non-spoiler review, so you're in the safe zone. Alright, let's get this out the gate, because I'm sure everyone has been worried about this ever since they heard about the casting. Is Robert Pattinson a good Batman? Yes, I think he's a great Batman, an exceptional Batman. In fact, he's so good, I don't want to hear any more trash talk about him being, oh man, he's the guy from Twilight, he's a sparkly vampire, he's Edward Collins. He's been in other stuff. That's just the only Robert Pattinson movie that y'all seen. In fact, in this film, he's actually more Batman than he is Bruce Wayne, because every time he walks into a room, you just hear them loud footsteps and you feel the darkness, you feel the vengeance, you feel the side of justice walking through the door. Granted, his Bruce Wayne does come off as very emo and very, very depressed. So it's not really a fine line between where Bruce Wayne starts and where Batman begins. Ben Affleck is still my favorite personal Batman. That's just me. This is definitely the most noir take on the character because, in my opinion, this Batman differentiates itself from other live-action interpretations by showcasing his detective skills, not just from like little hints from the other movies, but it's a detective film from beginning to end. I mean, you could tell by even looking at the trailer that the film is borrowing heavy realism, much like the past Nolan trilogy did. But I still think Matt Reeves did a great job with what he did, especially with his past work from the recent Planet of the Apes franchise. If this film was any darker, I could have sworn it was set in the Joker universe. Also, if you're a hardcore comic book Batman fan, I'm pretty sure you've seen the sprinkles of the Long Halloween in there. And there was a lot of good stand-up performances that set up the overall future for Batman's Rogues Gallery. For instance, Zoe Kravitz, I think she's a pretty good Catwoman. Like, she definitely has that, the yin to Batman's yang. She's very cunning. She got that, the traditional cat burger thing to her as well. I have to admit, I'm not really a fan of her mask, really, because, she's Catwoman, but this like Catwoman in her early days. I understand that, but the ski mask isn't really doing it for me. I don't know. Maybe I just prefer Anna Hathaway with her Catwoman. Paul Dano was a great sinister villain in this depiction of the Riddler. He's definitely way more serious compared to the Jim Carrey version of the Riddler from Batman Forever. And they went more of a jigsaw route with the way they set up the traps. I think the main inspiration they chose for this depiction of the Riddler is by making him a more realistic villain that would exist in our world. And that makes it more scary. But by far, my favorite stand-up performance in this movie out of the whole Rogues Gallery is Colin Farrell's The Penguin. I don't know what it was, but this dude just killed it for me. Like, not just from his head to toe makeup, just looking unrecognizable compared to how he looks in real life, but for the fact that he gave him like this Godfather, Goodfellas mob mentality. This dude was really cool, and I hope to see him again. And clocking in at about 3 hours, I still really enjoy the film. I enjoy it for what it is. It's a good Batman film. I still wish that one day we can still get the fantastical, supernatural villains of the Batman universe, because, I want to see Clayface. I want to see Poison Ivy. I want to see Mr. Freeze. I want to see Solomon Grundy, but I don't know. Fingers crossed. Overall, I give the film an 8 out of 10. It's really good to see the Batman back in the big screen again. I really feel that the pros outweigh the cons of it. I mean, just from the look, the tone, and the overall music, it just screams Batman. I mean, it sucks that it doesn't connect to the overall larger span of the DC universe, but I'm still curious on where this Batman is heading. So if you're a longtime Batman fan or DC fan in general looking for something new to watch this weekend, go ahead and check it out. I highly recommend it. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on all my social medias. This has been Tyler from Movie News and Chill.